Today we are going to be discussing on how to balance motherhood and career. Okay, balancing life between career and motherhood. And my name is Grace Osemerin, your host. I want to say welcome to today's episode. All right, so diving right in, I'm going to start with a brief story about myself. You know, I have always wanted to be a career woman, a career mom who works and also takes care of her home. However, at some point, I didn't have a job anymore, and I had to, you know, also be a mom and a wife. But then, at a point, also, started feeling like, am I really? I started feeling unfulfilled. Let me put it that way. I started feeling unfulfilled because I was not working. I was at home, like doing almost nothing. And I started thinking of so many things. How my life goals were not being actualized, my dreams were not being fulfilled. At some point, I fell into depression and or whatnot. You know, most times when we are in certain situations in life, we fail to realize or make good use of that particular season of our lives. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to us generally as women, and I'll be talking to career moms and also sit at home moms, in quotes. That means mothers that are not working, that are not career women, or are not really running any business as such. So firstly, what did I realize? I realized that for those of us that are not working, or yeah, those of us that are not working, you see that it looks like you have a lot of time in your hands. There's really no time. But I'm going to start with the general one. Firstly, do not and stop comparing yourself with other moms. You are not working, you feel that those people that are working are doing better than you. Then those that are working are feeling like they're missing out on something because they are working and they are not able to take good care of their kids. You know, when I was not working, it gave me an opportunity to homeschool my son until he was 2, which gave him a very good foundation. That is one thing I'm proud of even till now. And my 2 sons, I homeschooled them because I had the time. Right now, I don't have the time. So when you have time on your hands, make good use of it and do not compare yourself with others. Most times we tend to do these things. We compare ourselves. Focus on what you're achieving at that point in time in your life. What are you achieving at that particular point in time in your life? Are you a career person? What are you achieving as a career person? Have you gained promotions? Have you gained new skills? Have you gained more qualifications? What have you garnered at that point in time? What are your successes? If you're a sit-at-home mom, what are your successes? What have you been able to achieve at that particular point in time? Like I said, mine, I discovered that okay, well, I had a lot of time for my kids and family, and I was making good use of it at that time. Another thing is make decisions and choices that suit the life you want. That also goes back to not comparing yourself to another person. You know what you want in life. Before you got married, I believe you had dreams and aspirations and plans for your life. What were those things that you really wanted to achieve? As a career woman, what do you want? What are you pursuing? What is your goal, right? But then you should also balance it with your family life. What are your family goals and what are your career goals? How best can you make good use of, can you manage these things in order to achieve your aim and achieve your goal, and you don't have that mother guilt. Mother guilt, like you feel you're not doing enough, you feel you're not giving your all, you're not giving your best for your family, or your career is suffering, or your children is suffering, something is suffering somewhere. Practice self-care and self-love. Give yourself the credit you deserve. If you have achieved anything, celebrate your wins at home, at your workplace. Celebrate your wins. These are little ways that you can balance these things. Look at what you're achieving at home, look at what you're achieving at your workplace, and also try to know how best these things are affecting you positively. Take out time to take care of yourself. Sometimes just relax and be yourself. Relax. You can decide not to do house chores or do certain things at maybe one weekend just for you to get yourself, because if you are not in the right state of mind, everybody around you will suffer. Your kids will suffer, your partner will suffer, yourself will suffer. So you have to take care of yourself, practice self-love, have your me time, a time where it is just you. You can meditate, you can think, you can relax, you can feel yourself. When I mean feel yourself, you feel, okay, I'm tired, I need rest, I've worked a lot, and all those things. Feel them, feel those emotions, and let it go. Okay? Then get your partner involved. I like the way one of my friends says. She says it's not help. Your partner is not helping because both of you are in that relationship together. He is contributing to the progress of the family. So get your spouse involved in one way or the other. You should know how you can get your spouse involved so that all the burden will not be on you. Okay? Then for the career people, for the career women, first I will tell you it's not easy. Okay? It's not easy shuttling between career and motherhood. No matter how you want to look at it, yes, even working from home is not easy. Most times you wake up so early. Well, the stay-at-home moms are not exempted from waking up early, and you have to go through the hustle and bustle of the day at work. You are meeting deadlines, you're having one meeting or the other, and you still have to think of home, you have to think of different things. Okay, one of the ways you can help yourself is to plan ahead of time. Have a schedule ahead of time. Maybe you can have a weekly schedule, a monthly schedule, but have a schedule that works for you. Secondly, get your kids involved in making decisions, like in meal planning. Try to maybe find out what they will eat. You might discover that they might want to eat something that won't take you time, or you can get takeouts or things like that. And then if there are times when you have to work more or you have to spend more time at work than at home, carry your family along, carry your children along. Let them understand that, it's not like mommy doesn't want to be with you, it's not like I don't have time for you, but work demands this for me. They will understand. It's better than just ignoring them and assuming that they know or that they believe, they know or that they understand. You need to say it. You need to carry them along in those times. At those times too, you can carry them along on how they can help with things around the house, especially if your kids are a little bit grown up. It can be to pick up things from the floor. It can be from the floor or around the house. It can be to do the dishes or different things. Okay, let them know what you expect of them. Another one for working moms, try to know how your children feel. Ask them, how do they feel? Sometimes you feel that these children are feeling loved, but they are not feeling loved. I ask my children once in a while, do you really feel loved? Don't assume. Know how they feel. Sometimes they feel they are left out. So ask them how they feel. Understand their feelings, and then understand their expectations, because instead of comparing yourself with people outside there, compare yourself with what you are achieving at home. What are you achieving at home? Are you really making milestones? Are you covering milestones in your family? Excuse me. If the people in your home are being well taken care of, then I think you are covered. Because no matter what you do, even if you spend all the time and your family feel left out, then you are missing it. So find out from your children, from your kids, even from your partner, how do they feel? How are they faring? Try to get to know their expectations, okay? And try to meet up with those things. Know where you're lagging and then try to meet up with them. Another thing is you should be present. Yeah, be present. So when you are home, be present. When I mean be present, let them know that you are there with them. Play with them, talk with them, listen to them, know how their day went. Okay? Let work be left at the workplace. Even if you are working from home, learn to separate work from family. Okay? So be present with your family. When you're there, let them know that you are there. It's not like you are there, you are pressing your phone. Well, that one sometimes yes, I'm a victim of that. Sometimes you see me pressing my phone, not listening and things like that. At least most recently, before, no. But then I'm working on it to improve it. It's always good to be present. Give your children listening ears. Give your spouse listening ear. Give them time. Spend time, quality time with them. Weekends, plan something fun with your family. Create memories, memorable times with them. So that when you're at work, even if there are times you have to give extra time, they know that when you can, you are always there. For the non-working moms, most times we feel we have a lot of time on our hands and we just play down on our time management. The first thing sit-at-home moms or non-career moms can do is to plan to manage their time effectively. Time management is very, very important. So you can plan what you are doing for the day. You wake up, you make the meals, your children have gone to school. What are you going to do between the time the children have gone to school and when the time that they are coming back? Plan your time very well. And in that space of what happens with planning your time is that you see yourself making good use of those time. It does not just go to waste, because when you don't plan anything for the day, you see yourself just lazing about. I have experienced it so many times. I just see myself lazing about. Maybe you just be pressing your phone anyhow, looking at social media or thinking of who to call. Before you know it, time has gone, or you may even sleep. But when you plan your time, it will help you organize your days and make good use of those times that you have in your hands. Secondly, for the non-career moms, another thing you do is focus on skill and capacity building and self-development. Now, there was a period I was out of job. What did I do? I was heavily pregnant at that time with my first baby. So when I saw that I was out of job and I knew that I could not get any job at that particular point in time because I was heavily pregnant, what did I do? I had to learn a skill. I learned how to bake. I learned how to do event decoration, which I never practiced. Okay, but I learned something. I was heavily pregnant. I was going for it because I didn't just want to be idle. I want to learn a skill so that even if I'm at home, I can be doing something with my free time and be making little money, or extra income from my time. Develop yourself, capacity building. You can do courses now. There are a lot of courses online. Don't just waste your time. Okay, you feel that you are home. No, okay, I'll come back to that one. Let me not jump. So capacity building, what are you going to do you have plans of going back to school? Why don't you start studying? Why don't you study some courses that are related to your career? Did you have a break from work because your kids are still little? What do you plan doing with that space of time that you have before you go back to work? Because by the time you go back to work, what are you going back with? That period of time that you had, what did you do with it? The next one is self-development. Develop yourself. Know what is happening around you. Read whatever it is that you can lay your hands on, whether it's relating to your career line or not. just delve into a lot of things. Develop your mind, develop yourself. It builds your self-worth. It makes you ready if you decide to go back to the business world or to the career world. So don't just leave yourself there thinking maybe because you did not see any job out there and then you are wasting and whiling away your time. No, time is money and time is your life. Don't waste it. After that, you should have a growth plan. For the non-working moms, have a growth plan. Where are you today? Where do you want to be tomorrow? Okay, right now, it seems like nothing is working for you. Are you going to remain in this state forever? Do you have a plan to start a small business or a business, whatever scale the business is? Do you have a plan to go back to school? Do you have a plan to go back to work? Have a growth plan. So when you have this plan, how are you going to grow? Okay, growing from where you are right now to maybe taking another degree or certification or or you go to grad school, whatever it is, but have a growth plan. Don't just remain where you are at that particular point in time. Then invest in your family. Invest in your family. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, or a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job on its own. But even if you're at home and you're not really working or you don't have any serious business at the time, and you feel and you are feeling not fulfilled or you're not doing anything, it's time to jettison that thought, because you have a lot to give, a lot to offer at that particular point in time. I'm saying this because I've been through this. Before I got married, I never knew that I can stay at home without working. But I stayed out of job for a very long time, not working. When I mean not working, white collar job, like corporate job. But I was doing little things by the side. Yes, they were not really bringing in funds like I expected at that time, but I invested my time in my family. Give your time to your family. Invest in your children. Invest in your spouse. Your ideas, have creative ideas that will help your family grow. Read up stuff in finances that will help you with investments. Read up things about health, things that will help your children grow. Invest in your family. Invest in yourself. One of the ways I invested in my family was my kids. I studied with them, I do their homework with them, and up till now, because I laid a good foundation for my children since I had the time, as at that time, even till today, I don't have to go start hiring an extra moral class teacher or an extra teacher to teach them. We know how we handle ourselves. Everybody is not the same. You might do that, okay? I'm not saying you should follow my cue, but I'm just giving you an example of what worked for me. I don't know what will work for you, okay? But invest your time in your family when you have that time, because a time will come where you may become too busy and you will not have that opportunity again. Then look for a means to serve beyond your family. Look for a means to serve beyond your family. I was out of job. What did I do? I learned a skill. I learned how to bake. I was making cakes for people from home. At a point, I made bulk cookies and I went to supply them. So look for a way to serve. Service is a means of earning income. Excuse me. When you serve people and when you serve and you create value, people will pay you for the value that you're offering, the service you're offering, and the value that you're giving. So look for a means to serve beyond your family. What are you good at? Are you good with children? I know there's my lovely sister and friend. She's very good with kids. She has started writing about her experiences with her kids. Okay, My Kids and I, you can check it out on Facebook. My Kids and I, Esther Mascot, and she's doing a great job. She's serving a larger community based on her experiences with her kids. What are you going to serve the larger community with? Are you good with cooking? Can you find some of these career women who don't have time to cook, and you cook and deliver to them, whether it's in the office or at their homes? Look for a way to serve the larger community. You see that you start having a means of livelihood through that. We need to stop comparing ourselves or blaming ourselves for where we are now. There are times and there are seasons. Maybe now is your time to work. Maybe now is your time to sit at home. Maybe now is your time to juggle between business and home. But the most important thing is what you make out of it. There was a time I said you can have it all, but it all depends on you as a woman. How do you use your time? How do you use your instinct? How do you use your feminine power? How do you use your feminine power? Because once you are able to arrange and organize yourself very well, you'll be able to take care of yourself, take care of your partner, take care of your kids, take care of your home, and take care of yourself. It's not easy to work and to manage the home. It's also not easy to sit at home. It can be very depressing. It can be very tasking also. However, we need to learn how to manage these things. Also, in any phase that you are right now, get people that are in the same boat with you. Journey with them. It always makes the journey easier because you learn from one another. I always talk about the power of association. It can never be overridden. The power of association in anything you are, at every point in your life. It's very, very important. That's where I'm going to wrap it up for today.